All right, today we're gonna be reacting to toxic friendship stories, fake friendship stories. We're gonna be judging people as they're telling us their personal business, and we're just gonna see how we feel about everything. Let's go.
I got married in 2014, and at the time, I had my hair
This says if you have a bad feeling about one of your friendships, trust that gut. Trust that gut.
salon business. Everything in my life was seemingly going so well. I didn't know that I had bipolar disorder at that point, and I was very social. I had a lot of friends. I was always being invited to bachelorette parties, baby showers, weddings, all the things. I was very booked and busy with my hair salon. I was doing CrossFit 5 days a week. I was in really, really good shape and really enjoyed.
Sound like she got a lot going on. That's trait number one of a toxic friend. I'm already thinking she's the problem.
Just had a really bad gut feeling about some of these women, that they weren't my true friends. Like, I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I had this weird feeling. And
I ain't gonna lie, I have been in a situation before where I could not explain it, but like certain individuals being around me made me feel like uneasy. And it could be, bro, it could have been something so small, like the way that they said something, the way that they looked, like their body language. It's happened to me 2 times, and both of those times I separated myself from that individual, and said individual turned out to be a problem. So yeah, you do need to trust that intuition.
None of these women had ever met each other or hung out with each other, and so basically I was stuck at the house, and I wanted all of them. They had already paid for the house and the wine tour, so I wanted them to continue to go on and enjoy that, but I felt like they were being really insensitive. I'm sick in bed, it's my bachelorette party, and they're posting all over social media. They're commenting on all each other's comments and taking all these pictures, becoming best friends. And again, I didn't know I had bipolar at this time. I was 27 at the time, and I was diagnosed at 30. But I remember feeling suicidal.
Becoming bipolar at 30 is crazy. Sure.
In that bed and watching social media and watching everyone it felt like they're rubbing it in my face that they're having so much fun at my bachelorette party while I'm sick. And
wait, so hold on. So we can't go to your bachelorette party that you invited us to and have a good time if you're not having a good time? So if you're not having a good time, I can't post my good time on my social media?
And
that's kind of crazy.
They got back and they were just getting really wasted and being really loud, which I get it, it's a bachelorette party, but I was just so sick, and I just was I really have a bad feeling that these women are not my friends. And I did want to, my gut feeling was telling me to disinvite all of them from my wedding, but I'm my wedding is in a couple weeks, and I just kind of brushed it under the rug. And at my wedding, it seemed like some of these women, particularly my coffee stand friends and my these other friends of mine that I've known since high school, those women seemed to really bond at my bachelorette party, and then they seemed to really bond at my wedding. They were taking selfies, and I even went on Facebook and saw that one of them commented on the other one's page and was let's all go to happy hour soon, blah 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 blah. And they obviously didn't invite me.
I ain't gonna lie, she's doing a lot of social media monitoring. She's doing a lot of social media comment stalking and lurking. You supposed to be getting married in 2 weeks. How are you in my comments seeing if your other friend in my comments and they get jealous if you don't get invited? I got a question for y'all. Real talk. If you got friend A over here and you got friend B over here and they meet, do they have to invite you to everything they do? Are you entitled to them two never hanging out unless you're invited or unless you're there, because you're the master of both of those people? So far, I'm not on her side, bro. I'm just not on her. I don't see where she's right.
I just automatically felt that sick feeling of I introduced all of you guys, and now you're getting happy hour and not including me. It made me feel jealous and territorial of what the fuck? Where's the loyalty? You guys are all just gonna go off and ride into the sunset and hang out with each other and leave me behind. And turns out my gut feeling was 100% right, because once I started going through my mental health issues,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Are you a pleasant person to be around, or are you just always depressed and bipolar and having mental health issues? Fam, like you might not be the person that we want to be vibing with, bro. You depressed and bipolar and shit. Look, nothing wrong with that, of course. Nothing wrong with that. And if any of you are bipolar, please like, comment, and subscribe. But damn, like we might not want to chill with you all day.
All of these women turned on me, and I was so hurt by this for so many years because, like I said, I introduced them, and this one particular friend who I made a video about her before, but like she was just dating this loser and he would cheat on her, and then she would complain to me, and I would be like patient and understanding, and then
she said, "You're dating this loser."
She did that several times, and then I lost my patience with her, and I'm just like, this is getting dumb. Like, he's cheated on you like 5 times, like, and you're still going back to him. Like, I love you and I care about you, and like, you deserve better than this. Like, why are you doing this? And when I gave it to her straight, she was apparently too much of a pussy to handle it, because that made her basically like ice me out as a friend, and simultaneously she's trying to kick it with these other women that she met through me. So that, like,
bro, stop friend monitoring, bro. Stop watching who niggas is. Bro, stop monitoring the friends, bro. They're adults. But at the same time, I do understand like how it like she should not feel neglected. But also, she should ask herself, are you a pleasant, like, I'm watching and I'm not, like, I'm hearing bipolar, depressed, sad, they're loud. Like, I'm not hearing that you're that pleasant to be around, shorty.
It was like a stab to my heart that, like, I've been here for you. You don't know my other friends that you're just meeting. I've been your friend. I've listened to you. I've been patient with you. And the one time I'm actually truly being a good friend and giving it to you straight that your behavior is not good and that you deserve better, like, that literally made her be pretty much done with me. And so then I'm on social media and I'm mad at my other friends that I've known for a long time of like, you know that this coffee stand friend is like hurting me and just like treating me like garbage because I told her that her boyfriend sucks. And so then that friend started like hanging out with that group, and then they would do stuff without me, and I would see it on social media, and it was just like so hurtful that like they all were just kind of like bonding with each other and icing me out. And it was very, very hurtful. And then as time went on and I got really sick with my mental health at 30, so 3 years later, this had been going on. And a lot of those women who I thought were true friends were, you know, the biggest ones talking shit about me, rooting against me, not checking in on me, not reaching out to me. And along with everything else that I was dealing with after my manic episodes, I was also dealing with feeling so betrayed by friendships and feeling like I'm literally going through the worst thing I've ever experienced, and none of them were like there for me. And then fast forward to them that all met because of me and my wedding and my bachelorette party, and then they all just like became BFFs forever, and I got like left behind. And
okay, this is what I'll say about that. Like, I think when you're going through mental health things, like I do think she deserves a little bit of grace, and I do understand her. Like, she's already like struggling with things mentally, struggling with depression, so she needs a sensitive friend group. She needs people around her that love her, that are able to understand like, this is what I'm going through, so this is what I'm feeling. And even if you don't understand it, like, just work with me, right? I get that. I hear that. But I don't think, like, if you meet people through someone else, that person is entitled to invite you to everything they do. And I do think that because of your maybe manic episodes, like she said, or your mental health things you're going through, you can push people away. And you can... Look, she says she's 30, right? At that age, like, these people are your friends, but they're not forced to put up with whatever you're going through. So if you make yourself like too emotional or too unpleasant, or you're having too many manic episodes, or you're too much of a question mark, I can see them saying, let's just not invite her to this one. Like, just one less question mark that we don't need. Let's just not invite her and only invite people that we know we're gonna have a good time. I can see that. So like that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm just not with like controlling who your friends can hang out with because you introduced them. I think that's kind of weird.
My best friend left me out of half of her wedding photos in front of everybody because she didn't like the way that my hair came out. I was her maid of honor. She used the excuse in front of everybody, well, there's 9 bridesmaids, I just want a few photos to be even. And that's not even the most toxic thing that she did to me. We were lined up at the ceremony getting ready to walk down the aisle, and she walks over to me and grabs a strand of my hair, and she goes, "Are you even done up yet?" Bitch!
Oh, that's...
I'm standing in line ready to walk down the
that's
aisle. What
crazy.
do you mean, am I done up yet? So, even though I was her maid of honor,
That's crazy.
she switched me from standing in front of her to all the way to the front of the line, so that when we lined up at the front of the ceremony, I would be furthest away from her, way in the back where no one could see me. Why didn't she just say, "Hey, you look like shit, can you get in back?" And the best part is, I went to my other best friend to vent about it, and she said to me, "Well, she is the bride, and it's her day." So not only did one of my best friends just shit all over me in front of everybody, but my other best friend saw nothing wrong with it. I put up with that fake best friend bullshit for another 9 or 10 years with those bitches, but needless to say, I'm not friends with either one of them anymore. My best friend left me out of half of her wedding photos.
That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's mean. I'm sure her hair looked just fine. Let's see.
Get ready with me while I tell you about my toxic friend that I cut off after 21 years. All right,
21.
so
21.
my friend, let's call her Olivia. Thank you, One Direction.
Hi, Olivia.
I've known her since kindergarten, and everything was fine until we got to high school. She started...
Wait, did she say since kindergarten? Oh, this is your sister at this point.
To get a reputation of being the boy stalker of the entire school. She would somehow find guys' numbers and she would message them, never getting the hint that they weren't interested, and people just weren't too keen on her because they were afraid of her. When it came to boys, there was no boundaries. She actually messaged my sister's boyfriend after she went with me to visit my grandpa while he was in hospice. My sister's boyfriend was with her. She met him for probably 1 second, didn't even say anything, messaged him on Facebook that night and basically said, "Hi, I'm Olivia. We met at the hospital." Girl, why are you...
Oh, she's on go.
Signing in his DMs right now. Not only that, but there was actually a guy that I was talking to. Guess whose DMs that she slid in?
His DMs.
He ended up sending me the text messages of proof saying, like, "Is this your friend?" She was hitting on the guy that I was talking to. This is supposed to be my best friend, mind you. We got in a fight. Things were fine. I always end up taking her back because I'm too much of an empath, and I was just like, okay, you made a mistake. She didn't, though, because we ended up going to...
Hey, okay. Like, a mistake would be like saying something you shouldn't in a circle of people, right? A mistake would be like an inappropriate joke. A mistake is not DMing you and your sister's boyfriend when y'all aren't around. Now that ain't a mistake. She's on a mission.
Together, and this is where things get really bad. There were these 2 guys. I thought one was cute. She thought the other one was cute. Her guy was also really interesting. He would keep girls' underwear and put them on his fan in his room. So that's the kind of guy that she was going after.
I didn't know we could do that.
I don't even think I ever spoke to my guy. I just thought he was, like, cute. But this is where it gets bad. So we were in, like, the common room one day, and her guy is passing, and me and her are playing pool. He comes in, and he's trying to be, like, all flirtatious and says, like, "Oh, like, can I play pool with you guys?" She walks away. She goes to sit down on the couch, and then she's looking at me, like, angrily, like, and I'm like, "What are you doing? This is your moment to shine."
Yeah.
The idiotic guy goes, "Winner gets a kiss." So I'm like, "Oh my God."
Wait, hold on. What? I'm talking too much. What did she just say?
"Oh, winner gets a kiss." So I'm like, "Oh my God, Olivia, what are you playing?" Like, this was the perfect setup. The guy he didn't even care. He just wanted anybody. So I was like, listen, he's ready to go. Okay, you really wanted him.
He ready to go and she ready to go. This is go squared. This is the Go Olympics.
Do this. She's just staring at me. So I'm like, okay, this is great. I did not entertain his conversation whatsoever. I ended up leaving with her, and I'm like, we're not doing this. As we're leaving, the guy that I think is cute is passing, and he looks in and he just waves. That was it. Nothing else. A wave. She's still mad. So I'm like, what happened here? She ends up sending me a really long paragraph that night about how she's upset that her guy said the kiss thing when I literally was trying to be her wing woman, and then she was mad that the guy I thought was cute waved at me. So this is just the beginning. Get ready for part 2.
Oh nah, I can't even don't do it to him. Don't do part 2 to him. It's gonna be a part 2 video. Hey, look. But anyway, look. What do you expect when you best friends with somebody that's on go at all times? I got friends like that. I got friends that's on go at all times. I wouldn't trust them around my girl if I had 13 surveillance cameras in a room. It's certain people, and I wouldn't even call them guys my friends. I have associates like that. I wouldn't niggas that you can't trust them for nothing. You go to jail, they're on her body immediately. So that, I mean, look, you gotta know who you hang around. You gotta know who you with, who you hang around. Some people are haters. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.